What's up, y'all? It's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So we'll be creating this like silvery blue sparkly eye with a pop of green. I don't know what to call it yet, but we will do a tutorial on this look. So first I am starting off with my brows. As you can see, I'm using my Benefit Brow in the shade number 5, one of my favorite, actually current go-to favorite brow product. And I just want to start by outlining the brows first, like lining the bottom and the top, and then filling them in with that product. And now I'm just going in and cleaning up my brows with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC45. And of course, applying that to clean up the brow and then blending it out with a small stipple brush. Next, I'm going to take my MAC LAYIN paint pot and just apply that all over the lid with that same small stippling brush. This, of course, provides a nice base for our color, making sure that we kind of color correct the eyes. Now we have a nice, even base for the color to apply to and also stick to our eyes and last all day. The first shade I'm taking is this eyeshadow. It's actually called Matte. It's a matte eyeshadow, but it's called Matte. It's an individual eyeshadow from Morphe, and I'm just going to pop this into my crease area, just popping it in as a nice transition shade. It's going to act as a neutral, soft brown. And then I'm going to take the shade Creme Brulee and just pop that on the outer V area. So here I am going to start just kind of building up the intensity of that crease and kind of creating some definition. So Creme Brulee is more of like a darker brown, and kind of just go darker and darker and darker. You guys will see this look is all about layering and blending it out as we go. Okay, next I'm going to take the shade Secretive, which is just a really pretty plum shade. It's also a Morphe individual eyeshadow. I'm going to pop that as well into the outer V area. Again, really building this look up and blending it out as we go. And I'm using that same blending brush from Sigma to apply the last shade as well as this Secretive shade. And also, I have learned that holding up my brow bone really taut actually really helps to kind of really blend out that eye. So next I'm taking the shade Make a Statement. It's actually a pressed pigment from Morphe. I'm going to just take that with my fingers and apply that all over the lid. So just kind of really blending that into the lid. Y'all, this is such a pretty like sea blue shade. It's so gorgeous. And I'm just applying with the finger first, and then taking a flat shader brush, which is also from Sigma, and kind of just cleaning up those edges, making sure we have that color nice and pigmented. And then once we've done that, I'm going to take that same Secretive shade and a blending brush from Morphe and just kind of blending out those sparse edges along the outer V. And of course, you want to make sure that we blend that Make a Statement pressed pigment into the purple. So kind of just blending it out with a couple blending brushes, make sure that everything is nice and seamless and blended all in. Alrighty, next it's time for glitter. So I'm taking my NYX glitter primer, and this is a glitter from Bulk Glitters. It's called Vanity Gray. I've got this like a while ago, but it's such a pretty silver glitter, so pretty. And it's packing that on to the lid. So the NYX glitter glue, you guys, is actually freaking amazing. It is so amazing because you get very little fallout if you use it right. So I'm just taking just a small shader brush, dipping it into the glitter glue first, and then dipping it into the glitter, and then packing it onto the lid. And this is what we get. And now here I am just kind of, again, blending in those colors. And I believe at this part I did apply just a little bit of a matte black to the brush, just to make sure that I can kind of get it really nice and smoky. And then last but not least, I wanted to clean up my brow bone with like a really pretty cream shade. So I'm taking the shade Silk, which again is also a Morphe individual eyeshadow, and it's popping that right along the brow bone. So we're going to leave the eyes alone for now, and I'm going to take just a simple makeup wipe and clean up any fallout. And now it's time to, of course, go in and prep the face. So first I'm taking my beloved BECCA Ever Matte Primer, and it's applying that to my T-zone, which is the forehead, my nose, and my cheekbones, and just going in and rubbing that in. And then I'm going to take my FENTY foundation in the shade 390, and this, blend this into my face basically. So I'm applying it, or I'm pumping it onto the face first, and then blending it in with my Sigma Kabuki brush. course, after I apply it with my Kabuki brush, I always go in with the Beauty Blender. Just make sure that everything is nicely pressed into the skin and that we don't have any excess foundation sitting anywhere. So now it's time to highlight. So I'm taking my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Biscuit and just popping that under my eyes, bridge of my nose, center of my forehead, Cupid's bow area, and my chin. Such a pretty color, you guys, and this concealer blends out like a charm. It is perfect. And then, of course, go in with my Beauty Blender and blend it all in. Just taking some little small dabbing motions to blend it in, blend out those harsh lines. Make sure that's pressed into the skin and that we have a very nice, even coverage. That's exactly what we want, is a nice, even coverage. So just take your time on this step. Alright, and then once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and set that highlighted areas, or set those highlighted areas with your RCMA No Color Powder. This is a really good translucent powder that I use to set my highlighted areas, kind of let it bake and, you know, really brighten up. So I'm going to take my Beauty Blender, press it into the powder, and then press that powder into my skin. Now to set my face, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark and just pop that all around the perimeter of my face, basically, to set my foundation and also bring some color back into the skin, which will also give me a very nice skin-like finish. And then to bronze up my face, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep. So this is a warmer color. It's, you know, more on the reddish side, but I love the way this kind of just adds in some warmth back into my skin. And then to further contour, I'm going to take my beloved Black Radiance Pressed Powder in the shade Rich Mahogany. You guys know I love this powder. And just pop this along the cheekbone to kind of really help, you know, carve out and create a really nice defined cheekbone. And then also carve out the sides of my nose. Kind of dust away any excess powder. Just make sure everything's nice and seamless. And now it's time for wing liner. So you guys know that I don't typically do wing liner, but I feel like with this look, because it was so dramatic, like it was a must. So I'm taking the TARTEIST Clay Black Liner, and I'm taking my Sigma angled liner brush and just really creating a wing on the outer corner. You'll see that I switch actually from gel to liquid. So on the outer corner, I use the gel, and then right here in the inner corner, I'm using my NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And that's more so because, honestly, when you're working with glitters, liquid liner is just 10 times easier because it doesn't get caught up in the glitter. So I wanted a really nice pop of color, so I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette and just popped a really bright green into the inner corner. I just love the way that came out. So I went ahead and lined my lips, of course, with my MAC Cork Lip Liner, and then before I did lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Master Chrome and just highlight the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and the high points of my cheekbone. You can get some glow going, get some glow, some sparkle. Y'all know I love to glow. And of course, can't forget the forehead. And now for lips, I'm taking this like really pretty orange liquid lipstick from Shop Miss A, I believe it's called. And the name of it is called Nude. It's number 2002. It's the Wonder Matte Liquid Lipstick, and it's applying that all over my lips. And as you can see, it's like a really pretty like terracotta orange color, but it wasn't like giving me like the, I don't know, the shade wasn't perfect. So I went over it a little bit with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Buenos, and it's popped a little bit of that on top of the first shade, and it creates a really pretty like light orange shade, which I really, really wanted. So off camera, I went ahead and changed clothes, popped on some earrings and some false lashes, and I'm going ahead and apply mascara to the top and bottom lashes. I'm using my L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. You guys know that I have been loving, loving, loving this. And then, of course, the last step is to spray our entire face with our Fix Plus spray to give us a nice, natural skin-like finish and to get rid of that powdery, cakey look. And then once we have done that, you guys, here we are. Here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on this sparkly blue, green, I don't know what to call it yet, but I hope you guys love this look. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye, you guys.